Hello and welcome to another episode of Sacred Connections, and today's video we're talking about something that comes up quite commonly in my practice in particular, not so much in general conversation, but a lot of mothers ask me this, in private, and they say, the question is, how do I know when it's time to change something? Okay, change something. Now you could put in anything here. How do I know it's time to stop breastfeeding? It's time to start weaning. How do I know it's time to stop co-sleeping? You could swap it for anything, but there's two really common examples right there. Okay, this is typically an emotional time for the mother. Okay, it's going to be an emotional time for the children too, but don't dismiss it that this is an emotional time for you, okay? It rarely comes with a really calm sort of, decided act. There's usually a lot of umming and froing and feeling torn, okay? I want to say that up front because don't expect it to be simple, and don't expect that it'll necessarily get easier, okay? You'll probably get to know yourself better, which will be a good thing, and it might feel a little bit easier, but there will be decisions for parenting all the way through that there's lots of ones that never feel cut and dried, okay? But there's a few things I want to say in this video, and the first one is, if you're thinking about a change or you're contemplating a change in some area, one thing where it absolutely shouldn't be coming from is other people, from something outside of yourself, okay? And I don't care if that's me, or if that's a video or a book, or if that's just the general vibe of the mama's playgroup that you're at, or if it's your parents, or if it's any person who calls himself a parenting expert, which I don't love personally myself. No, nothing from outside of yourself. Those comments that you get where, wow, you should really be stopping breastfeeding soon, don't you think? Or, is your child still in that bed with you? Wow, you should really be getting them used to their own bed. Okay, those comments, that's not the reason to change, okay? Now I want to talk about why I personally start to examine things that are changing, that I feel need to change. And the big one is it's not working anymore. If it's not working in your family, it's time to stop and look. If it's working, don't change it. If it's really seriously working, that works for your family, that's fantastic, okay? So let's assume it's not working for the family, okay? And I do say assuming that because hopefully there's a huge amount of people who fall into that first basket that, should I be changing because everyone tells me to? Okay? So if that's you, you could turn off the video now. But if that is not you, let's say it's not working for you, okay? Or it's not working for the family overall. Now, if this is me, I'm going to talk about what I would do, okay? Every mother is unique, and all I can do is share my story. So that's what I'm going to do. If it's not working for me, I try to create win-wins. I look for alternative creative solutions, problem solving. I spend quite a lot of time on this. But at the end of the day, what is a cue for me to start looking at creating change in a way that feels good to me? But the reason that I'll do it is because no matter what solutions I've come up with, inside me, it's still transgressing a boundary that I just can't seem to work it out, like there's a personal boundary in me it's just not working, okay? And as a result, I'm feeling resentment or frustration or anger, but resentment is a primary one, okay? And that resentment is going to leak over into my relationship with my child, okay? And as soon as that starts to happen, that's a real dead giveaway for me that I need to relook at this. I really need to relook at this. And if I really can't find a way to solve it, then we need to make some shift and change, okay? And that's for another video, obviously. But the question to how do I know when to change, for me, when I feel I'm resenting my child and I feel that resentment is leaking into my relationship with them, which it will if you are resenting something, about your child, they will pick up on it. that is not healthy for the strength of your relationship and for your connection, for how it will be interpreted. It could go a million ways. That to me is a sign that, okay, now is the time to consider change. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for checking out another video. I'll see you next time. Much love.